New on Curiosity Stream. She was a loving wife, a devoted mother. She also stole atomic secrets and gave them to the Soviets. Meet the woman whose deception kick-started the Cold War on the spy who stole the atom bomb. And
what if they catch you?
Then I shall be shot.
They're coming! Come back!
relive history's most death-defying escapes. It's Impossible Escapes, Civil War. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
What's up? It's your boy, The Ted Smith. Thanks for listening to the Men's Room Daily Podcast. Want more? Check out the greatest podcast in all the land, The Podcast. Be sure to subscribe and listen to a brand new episode every Tuesday night.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Our question, what is the strangest story that you have about sex? 206-421-ROCK.
By the way, more people are agreeing with you that sex on acid is wonderful. Someone else says, what I learned today is don't sleep at Miles' house when he is on acid.
You never know.
Miles told me outside, he's like, you know what I remember about her? Like, what? She was really moly. Just moles everywhere.
Yeah.
Big moles, small moles.
Right. Just, you know, you're ever known someone who's really, like, I got a lot of moles, but I'm not real moly.
It's just that you described
you took off her clothes, you look like a Dalmatian. Because she was real pasty.
All right.
She had, like, lots of moles.
Pasty and moly. She sounds hot.
She was beautiful.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Pasty and moly.
Hey, man, I got standards.
Hello, Marty. Welcome to the Men's Room.
How you doing?
Hola.
Well, it was probably, 15, 20 years ago. My mom took me and my brother on a Amtrak train ride down to Portland to go to the zoo. We took our kids with us, my daughter and my son. The daughter was like 5, my son was 8. And we're sitting up in the bar car.
What does that
Marty,
sound
Marty,
in the background?
are you diving into a pile of leaves? What's happening?
Oh, no. I said, hey, I asked my daughter, I said, hey, Marty, go over and ask that girl what her name is, and I looked up and she's sitting right next to me. I said, hey, let's go have a cigarette. So we went down to the bathroom down there on the, down there, and we're in there, and I said, hey, you ever kiss on a train? And next thing I know, she drops him, and I'm going at it, and people are knocking on the door, and you're ignoring it, and all of a sudden the door swings open. The doctor has a whole shot. I go, I'll be right out. He just looked at me and shut the door.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Sounds like there's a dog breathing on his phone.
I was picturing me sitting right next to a chipmunk that's eating a Cheeto. For some reason, that was the image in my head. Like, make the sound go away.
So was he saying that he had sex on a train?
I believe that is what he was saying.
Okay.
Most of that is heard
All right.
scratching.
So the story that it gave me is that he was having sex on a train, and there were multiple people, because it was in the bathroom of a train. So there's multiple people knocking on the door trying to get in there while he's midway, and they had to get busted in on by the friggin' conductor before it actually finally got finished.
Oh.
There was no squirrels eating Cheetos when we were going through the screening process there.
Okay, I was wondering about that. We got a couple comments here.
I'm not going to say too much, but you can have sex on a train.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Those
man.
bathrooms are fairly large.
I was going to say they're spacious.
Especially,
if you're going to have sex on any kind of transportation, I would say the train bathroom definitely gives you the most space.
Right.
Get a little more flexibility.
Go in the cars. Go to the one where the cars are separating.
Mm-hmm.
Go down the steps. They're larger. They're like handicap size. Yeah, you could. I'm just saying.
That's the place
Maybe.
Well, I mean, as far as transit goes, I mean, you can get trains that you get a little cabin inside the train.
Sure. And I imagine you get the cabin just to have sex. Otherwise, why are we getting the cabin?
It's a sleeper car.
Yeah, again, doesn't matter. We're having sex in there. A couple comments real quick. It says, I once had a chick that sounded exactly like a raptor from Jurassic Park. Like that call that they do. I had to stop and ask if she was okay. She said she was fine, but it was so off-putting I couldn't keep it up. I zipped up and left.
Oh.
Someone else says, I had a girl ask me if we would get diabetes if we had sex.
What?
Yeah.
Why? Because you have diabetes?
People just don't know, man.
What's your family history?
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to give you diabetes. That's how good it is.
Jesus.
Hello, Gerard. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Oh, hi.
Hola.
I'm sex and LSD. But my story is I was 20 years old probably at the time. We're coming back from a camping trip, and we're on northern Illinois on I-90. And we had taken my friend's truck that had a canopy on the back, and he and another friend were riding in the front. My girlfriend and I are in the back on a mattress. And we're doing what 20-year-olds are going to do. And something catches out of the corner of my eye, and I glance over, and there's a fire truck is pulling up next to us, maybe going a mile or two faster than us, so slowly going by us. And, they're only like a few feet away from us. And in the front is a guy with his arm hanging out, the front window's down, and he's got headsets on and a mouthpiece. He's got sunglasses, and I can tell he's making eye contact with me, even though I can't see his eyes. And he's talking through the mouthpiece. And right behind him is another seat that's sideways, and there's another fireman with the headsets on and sunglasses, and he's looking at me as they're slowly going by. And finally gets to the back of the truck, and there's a ledge where there's like 3 firemen are standing on it, and the one closest to us, again, with the sunglasses and everything, but he's got this big old smile on his face, and he's just slowly nodding as he goes by. So,
yeah.
Well, that's pretty exciting.
A little awkward, though. You know what I mean? It's one thing, like, I don't care if someone knows I'm having sex, but I'd prefer that they're not standing there watching. Are you still trying to find this chick, dude?
Yeah.
All right. Miles is trying to show me a picture of the pasty, moldy, Dalmatian-looking woman that apparently is hot that he had sex with while he was on acid. And I'm curious to know what she looks like.
Yeah.
No luck?
Yeah. I mean, I just can't find a picture.
All right. That's what I need.
I'm scared of this thing.
But that's what people look like now.
I know, but still.
You think it's going to be that bad?
I think it might. No, I'm just saying. You just know someone's parents and what they look like.
Sure.
And then eventually you kind of start looking like your parents.
Mm-hmm. You saying bad news?
I'm just saying it's not going to be good. I mean,
Hello, Dylan. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola.
So, this is about 10 years ago now. I got invited to a wedding, and my ex-girlfriend was also invited to said wedding. And we were all friends in high school. The chick who was getting married, and my ex-girlfriend, and, I hadn't seen any of them in like 4 or 5 years. I was in the military at the time. Well, my ex-girlfriend's sister came too, and, we got to talking and ended up partying after the wedding. And so her sister, or, the ex-girlfriend, got a hotel that was supposed to have 2 beds, right? Well, it was a king-size bed, not 2 separate beds. So we're drinking in this hotel room. The sister brings home a dude, brings a dude back too. And we're all drinking, having a good time, whatever. Well, anytime the sister left the room, this chick just like jumped on me, right? So I'm like, all right, well, this is going to be fun. Well, they all got super trashed, so they all passed out, and so it's just me and her, so we just start, humping right next to him in the bed. So it's like literally the sister is right there, I was pretty much touching the sister while I was, beating cheeks with the ex-girlfriend. and then the dude wakes up and he's just like, are you expletive serious? And just walks out and drives home, and nobody heard from it, or, we didn't hear from him the next day.
He was that mad?
It was pretty hilarious.
Why was he mad?
I don't know why he was mad. I'm not going to say no, and we were all drunk. It's not like...
Wait, was he with the ex?
He was with the sister.
Oh, but still.
He didn't get me, so maybe that's why he was mad.
He passed out. That's how that
Everybody
works,
did,
man. Yeah. It's like you'd be doing it, too, if you were still awake, dummy. You passed out.
I feel like as a teenager, though, you just do that stuff.
As a teen, if you have the opportunity to have sex as a teen, whatever your situation is, you're just going to make it work.
Yeah, I think anytime. I mean, you might do it in a different way.
Right.
But even as an adult, you're like, we're going to figure this out.
Somehow.
I would not put a blanket over myself and do things with a girl in your living room.
No.
As a teenager, you would.
I would do it in Miles' living room.
But you could say, look, there's a little hotel 2 blocks away from
that's
where
the
I live.
adult thing.
I know. I'm just saying, as a teenager, you don't mind doing it. Like,
No.
I look back at some of that stuff like, oh my God.
I remember the guy, typical thing, the house party, whatever, and this dude and the chick, they're going to hook up, and it was the word went around the party, and not because it was funny, they were just letting you know, hey, man, like, so-and-so and so they're in the closet in my bedroom having sex. And they're like, oh, good looking out. It's no big deal. And then when they were done, the closet door opens, it's obvious. And then I'm kind of looking in his closet like, they made a mess of your closet, and it smells like butt. I mean, that's one of the... Sex only smells good if you're actively participating.
Right.
You walk in a room after someone else, it's like, oh, my God, you guys stink.
When you get your own place... You're more particular about your bed, your room, and all that stuff. When you live with like 6, 7 dudes,
it doesn't matter.
It's like you just know that when you're out of town, you know someone's using it.
Of course.
But the first thing you do is you don't go home and change your sheets.
Nope.
You go home and smell them. I know he did it.
Why is the body temperature?
Yeah,
here?
exactly.
Dude, when I lived in the death room in that in that row house.
Yeah.
So every Sunday morning we would have kind of like church, right? So everybody would get together in somebody's bedroom and discuss what had gone on the night before.
Okay.
So one day we had it down in my room, which was horrible. Getting 4 mattresses, just making one big bed. And it became like a goal for people to hook up in the death room.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So in your bed.
Yeah. But you're right. I didn't care.
No.
It was so disgusting down
Doesn't
there.
matter.
Right. It was just like, good luck.
Right. Ted, you know you can take that medical tape off now. You only need to lock it for like 5 minutes.
All right. Yeah, I still got
I was
it on.
wondering how long it
Yeah,
worked.
what are you doing, man? Look,
I don't know.
Your whole arm looks like it's going to fall off here in a minute because it's just choking the hell out of it.
God. And it hurts because I'm so hairy.
You're going to have to rip it off. All right, ready? It's a huge piece of tape. Here comes the hair and all. Ready?
I got to get it going.
You might have to dump him. One.
I got to get it going. Hang on. Take a call.
All right, take a call. Okay.
You sure, man? We'll wait.
Yeah. You got it?
Somebody want to help?
Yeah, I'll help you.
Get it going.
Just rip it. Just rip the whole goddamn thing off.
Well, it's wrapped around twice.
Oh. Uh-oh. That's going to hurt a lot.
That might not be the break. I think it might be over here. It's right there, dude.
You ready?
Oh, man.
Ted hates getting Band-Aids pulled off. But understand, this is much bigger than a Band-Aid.
Oh,
This is
that's all
medical.
right.
That wasn't so
You
bad.
had blood on there.
What's that?
You don't even have any blood. You're bloodless.
You've been wearing that thing all day.
I didn't know how long I was supposed to keep it on. I got another Band-Aid from the for the vaccine.
How many shots did you get? Jesus Christ.
2.
Okay.
All right. Let someone beat your ass.
What kind of vaccine? Did you get the vaccine?
No, I got a flu shot and a tetanus shot.
Oh, okay.
Tetanus.
It had been a few years.
Okay.
Now you can play with all the rusty nails you want.
I know. I wanted to look at him and go, where does one like me even get tetanus?
I know.
What is the strangest story that you have about sex? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Mark. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores, gentlemen.
Liquor and whores.
Hey, I just want to say I really appreciate the show, man. You guys give me through some really boring days at work a lot of the time.
Oh, thank you, man.
We appreciate it.
Well, anyway, this is probably the most disgusting story I've personally ever been part of, but my buddy ended up stopping by my house just to drop something off, and he ended up using the bathroom. And later on, I had this girl over, and we ended up getting down, and while we were in the middle of it, I was thinking to myself, God, the smell is so bad, man. I just don't know what's going on down here, and ended up powering through it. And later on, I went down to the bathroom that my buddy used, and apparently there was a bunch of crap on the seat, and this girl apparently sat in it without realizing.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we went through the whole session, and apparently she was thinking I was thinking, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm not doing this again, kind of thing. But it was pretty disgusting, but, powered through it.
Well, at least you found out after the fact. But that is pretty goddamn gross. God, man.
Man.
Here you are with a girl, and she's covered in your buddy's poop. Yeah, I mean.
Jesus. That is strange. What is the strangest story that you have about sex? 206-421-ROCK.
That one was gross.
That's horrible. Well, he even said, man, this is gross. And he was right. Hello, Steve. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Okay, this has got to be a quick one because I'm delivering for Amazon right now.
All right.
But when I was a kid, growing up in New Jersey, hanging out with all the brothers, I hooked up with one of the fine sisters. They were all mad at me. And as her and I were playing around getting into it, she starts cracking up in the middle. I'm like, what? She's like, we look like half an Oreo. We sat there and laughed our butts off.
You look like half an Oreo?
No, the two of them together.
Oh.
White dude with the black chick, right. Ted was very confused. But like, I don't get it.
Oh, sorry about that. I should have mentioned I was Caucasian.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell by your accent.
No. Now it makes sense. Yeah.
I do like that he said brothers and then said sisters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A fine sister.
Fine sisters. What is the strangest story that you have about sex? 206-421-ROCK.
That's why I always think the name Faith is hot.
Why is that?
So my buddy dated a Faith. And she was, unbelievable.
Yeah, I did know one Faith, man. She was good looking.
And not mean.
Yeah. Well, your name's Faith.
Right.
Don't be an ass.
It's too nice of a name to be.
Got real close.
Hey, Miles, you're exactly right. Yeah. She was awesome. I'm still pissed that he broke up with her.
Paige is another one. Never met an angry, mean, or nutty Paige.
I don't think
always like, got their crap together, attractive.
Paige?
A little better than you,
A little better than you. Out of your league.
Right, exactly. Unattainable.
She's just being nice to you.
Paige. Right. Can't stand you, really.
Hello, Maggie. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, guys.
Hola.
Well, you inspired me to call in first time. And
welcome to the show.
Because I was the girl at the house party who had sex in the bathroom with the guy on acid.
Were you on acid or just the guy?
Just the guy.
All right. And was he like shamanistic like Miles was with the moly pasty chick?
No.
You know what? The next day, I don't even think he remembered it. He wasn't going crazy. His eyes were big. I mean, the pupils were huge, but we had a really good time.
Yeah.
So he did perform well, you're saying, on acid?
I believe so. There was a lot of Jack Daniels involved.
Okay.
We ended up breaking the towel rod. And then when we were done, it was a half bath, so it was tiny. He couldn't find his shirt. So we left the bathroom without the shirt, and a few hours later, someone found it in the toilet.
Oh! It was good then. You had very good sex, yeah.
It was a good night. And then at a different house party, same guy, we had sex in a closet on top of high heels while the police were surrounding the house because it was an underage party.
Did you know the cops were out there while you're having sex?
Yep, and everybody was banging on the wall on the other side who was hiding in the closet to make us shut up.
Oh, they were telling you to shut up specifically.
Yeah, because the cops were, like, looking in the windows.
Now, who was making more noise, you or the dude you were with?
Definitely me.
Okay, all right. All right.
Whatever happened to this closeted man that you hung out with?
We broke up, and he got addicted to heroin.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Wah, wah.
Well, did you ever have sex with him while he was on heroin?
You know what? I couldn't tell you. Maybe. It was a little bit of a secret for a while.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, generally.
Wow. Yeah, I'm just curious to know, like, what drug, as far as not you being on it, but you're having sex with someone on that drug, what drug do you think the person would do the best performance, right?
Acid.
So, really? You think it's acid?
Acid.
Ah, man. Now, look, I think it's going to be a drug you probably shouldn't do, but something like, I'm thinking like bath salts or PCP.
No.
Listen to me. Listen.
No, you'll be arrested.
You're going to bed. I understand that, but the sex is going to be crazy, right? She is on bath salts. She is losing her mind, but at the same time wants to have sex with you. I'm telling you, your world's going to be rocked. Yes, you'll have to call the police. Yes, she'll try to cannibalize you later, but I'm saying the act of sex is going to be crazy good.
Hey, VD, you ever have sex on acid?
Yeah.
I figured that would be your answer. What is the strangest story you have about sex? 206-421-ROCK.
Which is weird, he does so much of it.
I know. Constantly tripping. Constantly.
Right? It's like, are those quarters in your eyes?
I'm in my creative space.
Hello, Jage. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bicholos.
Hola.
So, about 5 years ago, me and my friends went out in the middle of the woods and kind of had our own little rave and set a party bus, and we're all dropping acid, and I'm with my ex, and we kind of, do what you do when you're tripping on acid and break a bunch of glow sticks and wander through the night making a bunch of animal noises at other campers and, all sorts of fun stuff like that. And we get back to the camp, and, we decide to go in the tent and, get it on, and as we're getting it on, my friends decide that they want to surround my tent and make like little chimp noises and monkey noises.
Once again, bedroom colors, here are the 7 words you can't say on the radio. Sucker, mother, and Please keep those words in mind when calling. Now, back to the program.
We follow your fornicating.
We were. And so, of course, I got to be the big monkey in the situation. And so I had to call them all off and just make, all sorts of noise back at them. And oh, man.
Was this while you're having sex?
For the sex on acid. It is amazing.
Look, I'm not like just opening some new revelation here.
I did not know. I had not heard this.
Yeah.
None of all these people that are saying sex on acid is amazing. It's not like they were letting us know. You opened a can of worms.
Oh, I know.
Now everyone that's had sex on
and they
acid.
know that they couldn't repeat that the next day.
So you're saying they understand why you did not revisit the pasty Dalmatian-looking girl the next day?
Yeah, right.
Because you're not going to replicate it.
No.
Other people are saying, because we said, what drug do you think would be the best for the other person to be on? A couple of people say ecstasy, but overwhelmingly they say Molly. One person says sex on Molly, even though it'll ruin
you'll be real huggy. Because you're already feeling like you want to be close to someone on Molly, right? I don't think I've done it.
What, sex on
I'm
Molly?
looking at you, Ted. I mean, do you feel all huggy and warm? I don't know.
Have you had sex on Molly, Ted?
I hear the music. Jesus.
Oh, we need to go to break.
I guess yes.
Okay. What is the strangest story you have about sex? 206-421-ROCK.
New on Curiosity Stream. She was a loving wife, a devoted mother. She also stole atomic secrets and gave them to the Soviets. Meet the woman whose deception kick-started the Cold War on the spy who stole the atom bomb. And
what if they catch you?
Then I shall be shot.
They're coming! Come back!
relive history's most death-defying escapes. It's Impossible Escapes, Civil War. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.
Bro, gnarly. What's up, Taylor? Dude, that nerd in his electric hybrid totally blew the light while texting his yuppie friends.
That's so bogus, bro. Are you hurt?
Yeah, like I can't move my hips, bro. I think I broke my pelvis, man. Dude, no way.
Taylor, you need to drop a dime and talk with the lawyers at the Advocates Law Firm.
No way, can't afford that, bro. Your crotch is broken, man, and they don't earn any money unless they win your case. Dude, no way. You get injured, the advocates get results. Contact them today at advocateslaw.com.
You're in the men's room. 99.9 KISW and KISW HD1 Seattle.
Coming up, the return of Who Sucks Last right after emails on our question, what is the strangest story that you have about sex? 206-421-ROCK.
We got a couple of comments here. Let's start with the Page comments. Now, Miles, you said, the name Page. It's a good person, something along those lines.
Better than you.
Better than you, right? But nice, right?
Yeah.
Someone here says, I know 2 crazy Pages. Someone else, I knew a bitchy Paige. She was a mean little ginger snap who acted a lot prettier than she really was. Wow. That's followed by Paige as a slut name. I met one. Within an hour of hello, I'll leave that part out. And then someone else says, guys, a smoking hot Paige. Google pro golfer Paige Spiranak.
Spiranak, yeah.
Okay, you're already there. As far as what drug you would hope your sex partner is on, and your belief of how good the sex would be, a lot of people chime in with ecstasy and Molly. Someone else says, sex on Molly, even though it'll ruin sober sex for a while. Someone else says, my ex was a secret meth addict. Do you think it was good or bad?
Probably lasted a while.
Says, that sex is amazing. 7 hours we went on it. I've never done meth, but the sweating probably transferred to me, I think. Pretty rad night.
What is the other one that, poppers?
Poppers.
I think they're a little bigger in the gay community.
All right.
But it's like you take a little, and I think they're legal.
Oh, I've seen them. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I don't know. And I agree. Now, I said, I would assume if your sex partner's on bath salts, look, yeah, they might try to kill you when sex is done, but the sex itself would be great. And this tracks along and says, sex on PCP, 3 times better than sex on LSD.
Still wouldn't take the risk.
So now you know. Okay. If you want to have really good sex, just do a little PCP, Ted.
Yeah, but everything's probably better when you're, this is the greatest peanut butter and jelly sandwich I've ever eaten.
What, we're on PCP?
When you're on
any drug? Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I don't know. Different ones do different things.
Right. like, if I'm just stoned on weed, it's it's fine, man, but I'm real chill about it. But I know it's good. It's great, but I'm chill. PCP, you can be hyped up, man. Just waiting for the fences. Be a little sweaty, but you're in there. Hello, Alex. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So I was just fresh out of boot camp, and my family and girlfriend at the time had came to see me. And I was in the Navy, so boot camp was in Great Lakes. So we went to Chicago, and my girlfriend and I tried to sneak away. We went to dinner at one of these restaurants in one of these high-rise buildings. We tried to sneak away downstairs by where the bathrooms were, under these big buildings. They're just a long concrete hallway. So we thought we were being slick. There was nobody down there. Start doing our thing, and then a door opens, and a guy comes out, and we didn't know that the kitchen for the restaurant was right there. And he totally walked right out, looked right at us, made eye contact with me, and then pointed backwards, and he said, I think I forgot something, and he turned around and walked back and gave us a minute to get back upstairs.
Well, that had to be interesting.
Yeah, it was a little awkward because I was waiting to see him, up serving people.
That's what I'm saying.
Luckily we were towards the end of our meal, so we just kind of got the hell out of there.
But you do know that every employee in that restaurant knew that you had sex in that bathroom.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
See, that's what I like about cooks. Cooks don't care.
I've had it. I knew what was going on in the airplane bathroom.
Were you sitting by the airplane bathroom?
Red eye. Yep.
All right.
I knew what was going down.
We saw them both sneak in there and do their thing.
No. This is a weird one, but I don't wear headphones on planes because I'm just we wear them every day for 4 hours.
Are you watching stuff?
No. I'm just sitting there having a drink. Everyone else is asleep. I have a hard time sleeping on a plane in general, especially when you're crammed back.
Are you reading something?
Yeah, I probably was.
All right.
doing
I just pictured you with a drink
sitting
just staring.
Just doing my thing. But there was two people who were awake in front of me, 2 or 3 rows up. I could see they're in cahoots. She goes back first.
Of course.
He kind of waits for 30 seconds. Then he darts in. And then she comes back out 5 minutes later. Then he comes back 5 minutes later. I mean, that's the only thing it could be.
Did you ask? I don't know.
I didn't watch them go into the same. I didn't turn around. I couldn't really see that angle.
I just don't think physically I could do it.
What, too big and too small inside of the bath? Those they're not conducive to doing anything other than taking a dump or peeing. And even peeing, if you're tall, I realize on the airplane because of the turbulence, they always have the angled ceiling.
Yeah.
And I realize I rest my forehead on that so I keep my balance and then pee.
You ever slap the back of your head?
I'm trying to sit down and poop, man.
I mean, with the turbulence.
Oh, no, not during turbulence.
That's interesting. I mean, you lift right off that seat.
It's almost like a dump.
What I'm saying is, it's almost like you don't move.
Right.
You stay in the same place.
But the plane drops.
But the plane moves. And then, you know what I mean? It's almost like someone just slapped you on top of the head.
Right.
With rings on. What is the strangest story you have about sex? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Drew. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So it's not really strange. It's more funny.
All right.
So me and my ex were trying to clap cheeks in the shower, of all places. And I figured, I'm about to pick her up and just go to work. Well, I pick her up, slide the piece in, slip, and basically body-to-body suplex this girl into the bottom of the tub.
Ow, damn.
Yeah. It was hilarious. Knocked the wind out of her.
That's so funny.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a great time. So now I know never do that again.
Water's tricky. As much as people believe that water is some kind of romantic thing.
It's because of how it's sold
it's
to you.
not. I mean,
the
don't get me wrong.
hot tub, the ocean, but right.
Taking a shower together.
When you actually do it, it's this is not nearly as awesome as I thought it would be, and this takes more effort than I had wanted to put in, right?
I got to tell you, jacuzzi jetted tub.
Yeah, right.
That's
sure.
what you want.
These are things that you don't have, though, in day-to-day life.
Right.
If you stay in a really nice hotel room where you have the walk-in shower and all that stuff.
That's different.
In here, yeah, absolutely. But, I mean,
my home is not set up
Joe Blow with a tub and, me, and, gets all steamy in there and I can't see. Nah, it's just not working.
It doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, now, beach sex is just sandy.
Everywhere. Everywhere. And you know if a little piece of sand has, quote-unquote, joined you in the process.
Lake sex is cold because you're not at the beach.
Yeah, but you're in grass, which I prefer.
Right.
Yeah.
Hot tub sex is overrated because you're covered in chlorine.
Yeah, and it doesn't help the situation.
I guess
You know what
pool sex is probably the best.
Yeah,
Out of all the water.
Anything with chlorine and stuff is going to dry certain things out.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like we did not prepare for this. This sucks.
I don't want to lotion that thing for a week. Or maybe I do. What is the strangest story that you have about sex? 206-421-ROCK.
We're talking all this stuff, and I'm like, you know what I miss? Morning sex.
Yeah, that's what, man, because to start your day off right.
You get up early. You get up early.
Oh, yeah. If they say, look, man, I'll have sex with you, but you have to get up at 4:30. I'm up at 4:50.
Or even it's like the weekend, man. You had a big Saturday, you're watching football, and you got had a few too many beverages. Sunday morning, bam, fuck it out. Now I'm going to go smoke a bowl.
And drink some Pedialyte.
You hungry?
Right? I'll walk to Starbucks, honey.
Yeah. Let's go get breakfast at 3 p.m.
Right.
That's how that works. 3 p.m. breakfast.
Hello, Trisha. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, hi, hello.
Hola.
Hola. First time calling. Who's the Baltimore guy?
What was that, Trisha?
Who's the Baltimore guy? One of y'all from Baltimore, right?
Yeah.
We all live there.
Yeah, we'd spend a little time there. Steve more than most of us.
Okay, this story goes back to Baltimore, back in Maryland. I used to live there. And I was young, gay, and fun. I had so much mushrooms, it was absolutely insane, and that's all I ever did.
Once again, bedroom colors, here are the 7 words you can't say on the radio. Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now, back to the program.
Were you in Essex or Glen Burnie?
In Glen Burnie.
Yep.
I'm glad you know.
Well, you said you're in a real SE trailer, so I was just doing the quick math.
Yeah, one of 2 places. That's
So we had day trips and then redosed in the evening. We started to get a little intimate, but we were obviously very spun at this point. One thing leads to another. We're naked and stuck at the forehead. Can't release from the forehead for some reason. Whatever power is holding us together at the forehead. We're touching all over each other and stuff, but we're 100% stuck at the forehead.
You're connected at the forehead because you're so messed up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry. So we're just spun out, stuck at the forehead, just because we're just super high. Lo and behold, I didn't know that one of my buddies had stopped by to say hi and was outside my window, and didn't say anything, just saw that we were stuck at the forehead and naked and left and didn't say anything. Next morning, I wake up to a text message from him being like, "You lesbians are into some really
Stop cussing! Bedroom colors, here are the 7 words you can't say on
Glen
the radio.
Burnie.
Yeah.
Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind
That doesn't
when
shock
calling.
me.
Now, back to the program.
Okay.
You can take the woman out of Glen Burnie. You can't take Glen Burnie out of the woman.
No.
That is.
But she was going to cruise that story no matter what was going on.
I'm in a trailer. I'm like, I know all about this. I know exactly where you are off Ritchie Highway, baby.
2 horns.
Probably down by that big bridal thing, you know.
Oh, Martin's West?
Yeah. What is the strangest story that you have about sex? 206-421-ROCK. Just down from the Michael Jordan Nissan where we had that wonderful experience in the bar there.
Hello, Zach. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, fellas.
Hola.
How are you guys today?
Doing great, Zach. How are you, man?
Good, man. Good. So, my story's from Apple Cup a few years ago. You guys remember when the Cougs and Huskies would play in Seattle, and I think it was Questfield at the time.
I remember seeing that. It seemed like Washington State played more games there, but I realized Huskies played a full season there.
They played a full right. So the Apple Cup that year was at.
Okay, exactly. I think I went to that.
Yeah. So pregame. I'm a Coug fan. Pre-gaming in the morning. I have a friend. She's got some Xanax. We're walking towards the game. She says, "Do you want to party?" I said, "Yeah." Gives me one. And so we're just having a good time, kind of student section. Chilling with my buddies. Halftime is approaching, and she goes, "If the Cougs don't score by halftime, why don't we go, have some fun in the bathroom. And I said, yeah, right on. And she gives me another Xanax, and I was, cool. At that time, after the first one had kicked in, nothing could have bothered me at that point. I don't know if you guys have had Xanax, but man, you couldn't care about a thing in the world.
Okay.
And so, halftime, the Cougs are doing what the Cougs do best. And so we wander off to the bathroom and have a little bit of fun. And by the time we come out, the stadium's empty and people are cleaning up. And I'm like, oh, man, okay. Her parents are calling her because I guess they're her ride back to the east side, across the lake. And my car's over there, so I hitch a ride with her and her folks, which, again, in the ordinary circumstances, I maybe would have cared a little bit more. But at that time, I was like, hey, this is great. What's up, guys? Thanks for the ride. And so they give me a ride back to the car after kind of the fun I've been having with their daughter, and drop me off. And I'm certainly far from sober. And they're like, okay, here you go. Have a nice drive home. And from there, drove home. And luckily for me, the night worked out great, but I will not do Xanax again, man. That is a scary drug.
I like how you phrase that, though. Like, dude, I mean, it's fantastic. It's all these things.
Seems like have any inhibitions.
I will never do it again.
What is the strangest story that you have about sex? 206-421-ROCK.
One quick comment. It says, my ex farted in the shower during sex. Stunk so bad. Kept going.
Oh, no.
I think we've all had the situation where, like, you realize during sex you have to fart, right? And I'm trying to think how to phrase this. I am delivering the goods, as it were, and I know that I am close to finishing, all right? But now I start distracting myself because I'm terrified because I realize the muscles that you use during climax also control your butt control, right? So I'm thinking, all right, do I pause for a second and try to sneak the fart out? But that seems ridiculous. And then I realize but I'm still having sex as these thoughts are going through my head. And it occurs to me, all right, you're going to do one of two things, right? Because now the fart's getting to the point where your stomach's starting to hurt. Like, this fart is going to come out. It's not going to go away. But you've got to hold this, man. And you're so close. And I'm like, all right, if I intentionally fart, then I'm also going to climax. Mm-hmm. But at the moment I climax, I know I'm going to fart. So I work this in my head. Again, while I'm having these thoughts, I'm still having sex. Oh, yeah, baby, yeah. But this is what's going on in my brain. And I realize, all right, so your option is, do you want to climax because you farted, or would you rather fart because you climax? And I went with the latter, all right? So I complete the deal. I'm good to go. But, I mean, the moment that I reach completion, this fart comes rocketing out the back. I mean, but it's simultaneous, okay? So from this chick's perspective, when I orgasm, I also fart, and you could not hide this. It is so loud, and the problem is my butt's all sweaty because it's the Baltimore heat, man. This fart sounded like, like if you're drinking with a straw. Right. I mean, it was so bad. It was so bad. It smelled bad, and I'm all
like a French bulldog's gum.
Dude, right? I mean, it was just, and there's nothing I could do. The follow-up, I never even saw her again. I mean, it was that.
That was a deal breaker?
Yeah, because, look, we had never been together. It was our first time together. I am doing my thing. And like I said, for the last 45 seconds of this experience, I'm like, oh, God, right? Because you're going to finish, but when you do, this is going to happen. And as I went through all this, I'm like, just hope it's not the worst fart ever. It was the worst fart ever. It was the worst fart. The sound, the smell, everything that could go wrong with this fart went wrong with the fart. The look she gave me, all right? The look she gave me, I knew in that moment, I'm never going to see this woman again.
And she told everybody that you fart.
Oh, dude, I know she did. I know.
Every friend she has.
The circle of friends. Every time I went to the bar, and my buddies were always like, all those chicks at that table know that they think that you fart when you're good. I'm like, I know. I did it once, man. I did it once, but that's going to be my MO, and it was awful.
What is the strangest story that you have about sex? 206-421-ROCK.
Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
Well, I was, at the time, living out in Kentucky, in this little small town called Portland, right between Louisville and the New Albany Bridge. And I was renting this room out from this landlord lady, and she lived in the basement area. And so I was just about turned 21, and, I thought she was pretty cute. She thought I was pretty cute. But she had a boyfriend at the time.
Well, turd.
Here are the 7 words you can't say on the radio. Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now back to the program.
Listen, I know we're talking about sex. Everybody's excited.
Right.
Take a breath.
You have your 4-year-old niece on your lap. Continue.
My bad, guys.
We get you.
Anyways, well, she's like, "Oh, come down to my room for a minute. I have something to give you." I get down there and she's just naked, man. She's like sprawled out on her bed. Her boyfriend's on the chair on the couch. Just started watching us go at it, man. And it was the weirdest experience I've ever had. You know, she's like 34 and I'm 21, and I have her 40-year-old boyfriend staring at me every time.
Is he smiling? Is he smiling? Is he smiling at you, or is he looking like? What is the look on this guy's face? Is he happy?
He's smiling. He's staring very intently.
Now, did you clear this with him? Like, you walk in the room, all right, so she's naked. It's obvious what she's looking to do. But when you see the boyfriend, do you ask, like, you're cool with this, bro? Or is this a setup? What's going on here?
Nah, man, I just start going at it. You know, I guess they must have talked prior.
Obviously.
Oh, yeah, that's their thing.
Well, clearly they talked prior. That's the Kentucky way. Mm-hmm. Oh, go ahead, man.
Now slather in Owensboro barbecue sauce and lick it off, Mindy. You know, that's what I like. And then I'll put my fingers in it, and I'll lick them off mine. I like the way you taste, Kyle.
The Kentucky way.
Secret herb and spice recipe. What is the strangest story you have about sex? You are listening to The Men's Room.
New on Curiosity Stream.
Just because it hasn't been done before doesn't mean you can't.
Watch Earth's greatest minds forge our path to a better tomorrow. It's engineering the future. And Jaws, Star Wars, The Godfather, E.T. The biggest movies have even bigger music. From King Kong to The Dark Knight. See how musicians scored Hollywood's greatest hits on great film composers' music of the movies. Watch now on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit CuriosityStream.com.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. As we continue to listen, learn, and grow, we are amplifying Black voices and perspectives in an effort to start a new COVID-19 vaccine conversation. We're sharing stories intended to help us navigate this unprecedented time together and to co-create solutions in support of the Black community. Hear these stories at weconsiderwa.org.